Looking back at the University of Cincinnati's beginnings 200 years ago, you couldn't really call it a campus.
This is 1819 when all this came together. It was just one building, I think one hospital.
But looking forward, UC's campus transformation can be called remarkable.
The growth of the university physically has been fantastic. Now recognized as one of the top 10 most beautiful campuses in the world.
But it's not just the building forms. The lawns are beautiful, the trees are beautiful, the flowers are beautiful. I mean, it's truly a beautiful place to be.
The transformation to the University of Cincinnati we know today began in 1858, when Charles McMicken left most of his estate to the city of Cincinnati to found a university. Many stunning buildings were built on campus, including the historic Nippert Stadium, originating in 1902. UC and Super Bowl kicker Jim O'Brien recalls that when he played there in the 1960s, Nippert was
old, very old. It was just like it was the original stadium for the most part, except that they had built the pavilion on the top. You know, go back and look at the pictures, you wouldn't recognize it. You wouldn't say those were the same stadiums.
Today, Nippert remains home to the Bearcats, following a major renovation completed in time for the stadium's centennial in 2015. For most of its history, UC was primarily a commuter college.
When I arrived in Cincinnati, UC was a parking lot. You could park anywhere on the grass, whatever, but it was very hard to find a piece of grass because it was all covered with asphalt.
At least half, maybe 2/3 of the students in 1970 were either taking the bus or driving a car into the neighborhood.
Today, students still live off campus and commute. But
our belief, based on behavior, is that only about maybe 15% of the students who attend the central campus might be considered commuters in the traditional sense these days.
In 1971, Sander Hall was built as UC's first co-ed dormitory. It once dwarfed all the surrounding buildings, until its spectacular demolition in 1991.
So when it came down, it was a citywide celebration that is a landmark memory for a lot of people.
In the 1980s, the University of Cincinnati also developed a master plan led by the vision of President Joe Steger. UC took a sea of parking lots and uninspired buildings.
Physically, it was a disaster. There's just no other word for it.
And transformed them into a campus Forbes magazine calls one of the most beautiful in the world. Rising above lush green spaces and walkways, UC boasts many bold and groundbreaking new landmarks.
It's certainly exciting to be around here and to be able to turn your head this way and see one world-class architect's work, and turn your head this way and see another world-class architect's work.
I think I really realized the transformation when I saw it through my son's eyes when he was deciding to choose a college.
Dean Chatterjee used to get telephone calls from people saying, I'm at the airport, I've got about an hour and a half, could I possibly get over there to see those buildings?
The result? A campus and university rooted in constant reinvention and innovation, continuing to grow into the 21st century and a new era of impact.
The older I get, the more proud I am to have gone there, and it's a neat feeling. It seems like it's just going up a notch, year after year. It's really great.